Joining me now is Virginia Congressman and member of the House Budget, Appropriations, and Judiciary Committees, Ben Cline. Congressman Cline, good morning to you. And look, during the entire budget fight that obviously Leader McCarthy had with the White House, that the IRS funding, they wanted $80 billion. They did not get the full appropriation from you. But now Jim Jordan is saying, look, I'm going to claw back all of your funding if this is how the IRS is going to use the money that we've given you. They're going to go into people's homes, lie about your name, which is what this IRS agent did, lie about why you're there, and then, proceed to harass someone in their home without their lawyer present. The woman had to call the police.
Yeah, it was outrageous, and we're going to get to the bottom of that. Matt Taibbi, a reporter, had an IRS agent visit his home while he was giving testimony on Capitol Hill. So the harassment continues. This $80 billion is just fueling the fire of IRS abuse. And the last thing you want, as you said, is for the IRS to be computing your taxes for you. And it's up to us to take control of our government. That's what the Republican majority is doing right now with this weaponization committee, which Jim Jordan is chairman of, and the Judiciary Committee is going to get to the bottom of it. And
to your point, this filing system is concerning because, when there was all this pushback about we're going to get 87,000 new IRS agents, the IRS said, no, we're going to upgrade our technology. Well, this is what they're going to do. They're going to upgrade their technology so that they can just file for us. That's not going to fly, I don't think, with anybody. That's what lawyers are for. But let me bring in former Congressman from Georgia, Doug Collins, who's also a congressman, and you were a lawyer. What do you make of this deal by the IRS?
This is scary. And I think as you look at this from a perspective, now they want to take it for you. Don't worry, we'll file it for you. We'll also litigate it. We'll also decide if you're right or wrong. And I think, Congressman is right here. And they've got a big hearing this week, dealing with not only IRS weaponization, but also the John Durham issue that they're going to be dealing with as well.
Right, Congressman. You've got former special counsel John Durham. He's going to be testifying before House Judiciary tomorrow. What do you expect to hear?
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think his testimony is behind closed doors. Is that correct?
No, the Judiciary Committee will be hearing him, and it will be public for the public to see. We're going to get to the report that he filed just about how the FBI actually went after conservatives and how it misused the FISA process to target the Trump campaign at the time, but how to this day the problems continue, how the FISA abuse continues, and as we go to reauthorize FISA, we have some decisions to make, and this Durham report is going to help us make them when we see that nothing's really changed there.
Yeah, and I want to correct myself. He is going to be behind closed doors today with the Intel Committee, so that's today, and tomorrow it's open.
Correct.
So the Republican Study Committee revealing their fiscal year 24 budget, the proposal, there's $69 billion from Biden's IRS. It cuts green energy giveaways to save $70 billion, and then it makes the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act permanent. That would cut $2.4 trillion in taxes. So tell us more about this.
Well, we provide an alternative to the more deficits, more debt, more spending, more government of the Joe Biden administration. We balance the budget in 7 years. We don't touch Social Security or Medicare for current or future recipients in the near future. What Biden is doing is allowing our entitlements to go bankrupt in 10 years. He wants to increase taxes, increase spending. We cut taxes. We make the tax cuts permanent. We cut spending by over $16 trillion over 10 years. And we balance the budget to set this economy on the right course for the American people.
But a lot of this, in particular, redirects equity military funding. We had a congressman on last hour he has an issue with a woke military, if you will. Can you kind of expand on this point about equity military funding? Is this the drag shows we've heard crazy reports about, or what does that mean to you?
Absolutely. The RSC budget goes into every nook and cranny of the federal government to root out the woke, the weaponized spending, and it amounts to trillions of dollars. It's invaded every aspect of government spending and every aspect of our life. And so by removing all of this spending, including the money in the DOD, which has really created a woke environment, hurt recruitment levels, we're going to restore our military to the great military that we know and love.
And Doug, you were talking about that last hour, about the 25% miss in recruitment goals for the military.
Yeah, Congressman, it's good to see you. And I know y'all are working hard on this, and this is a real question. When you come into this process, when you have the House, you don't have the Senate, you don't have the presidency, is there been some good lines? And it looks like y'all putting out some good markers, but going forward in this, having the red line saying, look, we're going to negotiate up to this point, but then having to, using leverage the best you can to also force the Senate and the White House to come along. How is that going right now?
Well, absolutely. We are in the appropriations process, and we are making sure we're going to pass bills in the House that are going to be conservative spending, because we know the Senate, run by the Democrats, already want to bust through the caps, want to go ahead and spend. Additionally, for Ukraine and other purposes, they want supplementals, and we're going to hold the line on spending. So we're sending the message right now that we're going to be cutting spending. We're going to need to scroll back to FY22 levels going forward, and that's resonating with it's helping conservatives in the Senate to find their backbones and stand up to Chuck Schumer and the administration.
Well, and the House controls the purse strings, as we like to say, and that's what's going on with this proposal. Congressman Ben Cline. Congressman, thank you.
Thank you.